Hi, I'm Margaret Kroening. I'm a junior here at West Point. I'm an engineering psychology major, and I'm on the Army West Point swim team. West Point has an AIAD program. It's basically internships that cadets can go on in the summer. I primarily stayed in Bosnia with a host with the Women Waging Peace organization, and with her we did a bunch of different things, a lot of cultural immersion. A significant amount of the trip we focused on the Srebrenica Peace March, which is commemorating the Srebrenica genocide that occurred during the Bosnian War. My host is a prominent activist in the region. She is for human rights and then also part of women's rights. So she's part of the Cure Foundation, which again is just advocating for human rights, and then also based on the effects of the Bosnian War, trying to get justice for certain individuals or a lot of the individuals' families who may have passed away. I think that a lot of the time we don't hear a lot about foreign conflicts or the impacts of foreign wars on the citizens themselves. We think of it more in an international sense. So I was really interested on seeing the different cultural impacts and the different cultural lives of a different country, especially one that's a smaller Balkan country. I also did Speed Sarajevo. They work with a lot of typical athletes, so anybody around the city that want to swim, but they also primarily specialize in working with atypical athletes. So they work a lot with athletes that could go to the Paralympics, and they actually have 2 athletes that have very, very high potential to go this year. I also got to coach them specifically. We did some conditioning workouts, and then it also just gave us an opportunity to talk to each other. So I got to talk to a lot of the athletes about their lives, even just what their favorite color was, what they liked to eat, and then they got to ask me some questions too. Overall, it was just amazing getting to speak to the young minds of a different country and learning their perspectives on everything. It was really cool. And then the reward of seeing the coaches with the atypical athletes, it was amazing to see the dedication and the work they put into all of the athletes. I think the whole experience really made me realize how amazing life is. I know that sounds kind of cliche, but one of the things that my sponsor always said was life is beautiful, or in Bosnian, život je lijep, and it just made me realize life is truly beautiful, and I think a lot of the times we take for granted everything that we have, and it just made me realize the beauty of the small things.